should you create and build eBay lots or lots for eBay for media? So CDs, DVDs, books, records, magazines, Blu-rays, excuse me, VHS tapes, cassette tapes, anything that you can make a profitable lot out of. So, you know, if you're building like Time Life CDs like I have over here, Reader's Digest, or what do you call it, 20th Century Masters, Millennium Collection, etc. Or if it's just by artist and group. So what if it's by genre or artist and group? What if it's Madonna CDs? What if it's Stephen King books? What if it's, you get the point, right? What if it's DVDs by a certain director or DVDs by a certain actor, etc., etc.? My answer to that question is yes and no. So it depends on your situation. So for me, I've taken this warehouse and turned it into mostly a retail store. So physical media, music, movies, books, video games. And that's what it's become mostly. However, I have this space in the back, which I show you guys all the time, that holds eBay lots on these two shelves here, and then back stock here. And like I said before, in the bathroom I had lots and lots of CDs, which I have now brought over here. I have another whole box in there, and I'm going through them little by little. I don't know if you can tell a difference, but I've already put together 12 lots, and I'm working on another bunch right now. By the way, it's Wednesday. What is it? December 18th, 2024. And I opened the store briefly, but I have to go pick up the kids from school. So they get out early on Wednesdays. Unfortunately, it's too bad, but that's a side note. So that's to all the people that watch my videos regularly. But if you're new to the channel, you know, should you build these lots? And I'm talking about physical media, right? Like I just mentioned. Now, you could probably do it for other items. There's lots of all, you know, you can do it for clothes, you can do it for shoes, you can do it for, I'm sure, all kinds of other stuff, electronics, whatever it may be. So for us, just talking about physical media, is it worth it? So I would say it is worth it if you have the space. So if I had this warehouse, it's only 800 square feet, although it has very high ceilings. So if you were to go have racks go really high, or if you were to build some sort of other platform, whatever, you could get more out of the space. But in this space alone, which is not that big, if I were using it only for storing stuff that I was selling online or going to sell online, then I would have space to dedicate like either some tables or more intelligently, it would be better to have shelves, and I could store them. I could have my CDs here that I'm building, my CD lots that I'm building. I could have my DVD lots that I'm building, anything else if I had books, whatever it was. And I could go to those and keep adding to them and do it that way. You know, whatever works. If you have the space, yes. If you have the patience, yes. And if you have the knowledge, yes. So I'm still learning about building profitable lots. I've been selling for a long time online, started on Amazon and then moved to eBay. And now I'm predominantly eBay for online sales. But I'm still learning what sells better and what doesn't when it comes to lots. There's just so much that you can put together, whether it's just music, whether it's just movies and TV shows, whether it's just books. You know, you gotta kind of do trial and error. So yes, if you have lots of knowledge, if you're just starting out, or if you're kind of a year or two in, you've probably learned some stuff. So just take that, you know, for what it is. But I would say all those things, right? Having space, having patience, and having some knowledge, or be willing to go through trial and error, you know, with a high level of patience, because some things just aren't going to sell as quickly or for as much money as you thought they would, even based on doing research. Sometimes you just have to do it yourself and see what happens, because there's a lot of factors. Now, I would say no, don't do it if you don't have the space. Like right now, I don't really have the space for it. And definitely don't do it if you don't have the patience and you don't have any idea of what kind of lots to build, because you can get buried under a lot of inventory, especially if you get into, like that's a pallet that does not have any media in it. But if you get pallets like that, let's say you get, 4 or 5 or 6 or whatever, or 10 or something crazy like that at a time. And if it's mixed media, it's going to be filled to the top with a combination of mostly CDs and DVDs. And then there's going to be other stuff mixed in there, like video games, audiobooks, sometimes VHS tapes, sometimes cassette tapes, sometimes even like laser discs and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's going to be CDs, DVDs, and Blu-rays. And you're going to, you'd be amazed how much fits in these boxes. And you're going to have like 800-900 CDs. You're going to have 1,000 or more DVDs, Blu-rays, TV shows, etc., and other random media, and you're going to be awash in it. So be careful with, and also if you buy in bulk, locally, not pallets. If you're just buying, finding it on Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, Craigslist, then also you can do it that way too. But you're going to quickly find yourself in an avalanche of inventory, which is great, but also you have to be decisive and sort of just discerning about what you want to spend your time on. So for me, I'm learning through this process of putting together these lots of CDs, these CD lots that I have been accumulating over the last few years. I'm learning the lesson for me that I don't really want to do this except for the most profitable lots. So I'm learning about what that is. As an example, classical music, if you have a bunch of them, like 100, 150 of them, no matter what they are, as long as it's classical music, CDs, you can probably sell those pretty quickly. 100, 150 of them, you can probably sell it for $100 on eBay. You might be even able to sell it locally, although it's probably going to be quicker on eBay. You'll be able to get some good money is what I'm saying. You're not going to get $2 a CD, but it'll sell pretty quickly, and it's worth it for me, which is why I'm putting together now, as I go through all of these, it's not enough yet, but another lot of CDs of just classical. I'm only doing that because I know it's going to be profitable. It's going to be worth the effort. So for me, I know that I'm not going to want to do this in general, except for the most profitable lots. By and large, I'm not really going to do it by artist or group, unless there's something that really stands out that I know is going to be worth some good money, and also by genre. There's certain genres like rap does well, like hard rock, heavy metal, that type of stuff. Very niche punk rock, if it's really well known. Maybe 80s heavy metal, that kind of stuff. There's a lot of certain genres that you can, but by and large, I'm going to really focus on selling. So the point is, I'm going to focus less on lots and more on individual, higher priced items. When is the plan? When I get back into mixed media. So when I get a donation, I do a trade in the store, I do a buy. I'm not really interested in putting lots together unless something is obvious and is profitable that is part of that new inventory that I just got in. So I would say, you got to make that decision for yourself, right? What do you want to be selling? And when you get into large quantities of media, I'm excluding books. I'm mostly talking about non-book media. So you can just do books, and you can also do many lots as well. But do you want to do that? And do you have also, do you have a system for that? Do you have a plan for that? i.e., how are you going to store it? Is it efficient for space-wise? Is it efficient to access it? Do you know where it is? Are you going to, be able to get to it quickly? Are you going to forget about it? Are you going to keep building it? That kind of thing. So just keep those things in mind. For me right now, I'm not going to focus on lots. I'm going to go more towards individual items and only the most profitable lots for eBay. So just, decide for yourself. And once I get into mixed media palettes again. I'll share that with you when I go through. So stuff that I might have kept and put to the side and said, this is a popular artist, this is a popular group, I'm going to wait until I get 10 or 12 of these. I'm not going to do that. It's just not going to happen. Either those are going to go in my store, or I'm going to pull the disc and sell them in loose lots. All right, guys, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Take care.